Hi everyone and welcome back. So I want to share with you one idea for today regarding the energy of Sukkot. We are now in the second day of Sukkot, at least here in LA, and soon we are entering into the third day of Sukkot. We've spoke about the aspect of the energy known as the surrounding light. There is another aspect of energy in Sukkot that we connecting with, called the light of mercy, or the Chasadim, the light of mercy. What is this unique energy that we awaken? What is this, the light of mercy? In order to understand that, we need to realize that when we speak about the construction of our spiritual vessel, being able to receive in unlimited way, and this is hopefully what we all desire for ourselves and for the world for this coming year, when you think about receiving in unlimited way, when you think about your vessel, your spiritual capacity, what do you really think about? What is being unlimited? Most of us, this is because of our tendencies and the way normally we would view our lives and the manifestation of our true desires. We view being unlimited in ways of receiving fulfillment, receiving things that we want to receive. However, our soul has a different level of capacity and different type of attributes. And in order to fulfill ourselves in a spiritual level in an unlimited way, we need to realize that the true fulfillment, it is not just this fulfillment that we view as things or from things that we receive, but from our capability to give. Our inner desire, as the Kabbalah is explaining, our soul desire is to give, is to impart, is to make a difference. Exactly like the desire of the Creator. Exactly like the desire of the light. So if one constructs a big capacity of receiving without the awakening of a new capacity of giving in life, the desire to give in life, our vessel will not have the capability to become fulfilled. To fulfill yourself, you need to realize that you need to find a way to fulfill the innermost desire in you, which is the desire to give. Rav Ashlag, in one of his writings, writes something very simple but very beautiful that I want to share with you. He writes, "ולפיכך אני אומר תמיד," therefore I always say, שההבדל בין קניין גשמי לרוחני, that the difference between physical possession and spiritual possession, אשר קניינים הגשמיים רק רע בלעדם. In the physical level of our desires, when we want something, it might be money, it might be a status, it might be fame. When we don't have it, we feel bad. אכן אין שום מרגש של יתרון עמהם. However, Rav Ashlag writes, when one has those things, has the money, has the fame or maybe the status, it is not necessarily would make a difference in the quality of their lives. It would not necessarily makes them feel greater level of fulfillment, joy and happiness in their lives. והיפוכו קניין הרוחני. When it comes to the spiritual possession, it works the opposite, according to Rav Ashlag. אין כל כך רע בלעדם, when you don't have a spiritual possession, you don't feel the lack. You don't feel that you are missing something. If you think about someone who doesn't have the wisdom that you have, they don't feel the lack of it. אמנם כל היתרון מורגש בשעה שהוא עמהם. However, when one starts to gain more spiritual possession, it might be wisdom for instance, This is the time that you start to feel the positive, powerful, additional value, positive difference that it is adding into your lives. When it comes to the physical and the spiritual possessions, at the root level, anything related to the physical possession, we talk about anything that is being driven by our desire to receive. When we are driven purely by desire to receive, it doesn't matter how much we will be able to manifest. All of the manifestations in the world will not have the capability to fulfill our vessel. However, when it comes to spiritual possessions are being driven by the desire to share. Our desire to share eventually manifest, or the gain in it will be this level of fulfillment that is being awakened because of this singular desire, that there is nothing in the physical world that can replace this level of light, this level of fulfillment. What is this light of mercy that we meditate during the light of Sukkot? The light of mercy, it is the light that is being awakened by our desire to do greater good for others. There is a difference between doing good and desiring to do good. We all do many things that are positive. But if you think about it for a second, there are many positive things that we do that we don't really gain pleasure in doing them. How do you really know? Because many times we do something that is actually positive, is sharing, is caring for somebody else. However, when we wait for the time to go, to pass by, and we cannot wait for it to be over, in order for us to move on to the next thing, when we don't gain pleasure in giving, it doesn't matter how much we give. The light that will be awakened by this type of giving will be very limited. What we want to awaken, the light of mercy, is a new capability of having a new level of desire to give. Desire to impart positive energy. Desire to do greater good for others. And as this desire being awakened, and this is one of the things we meditate every day on those 7 days of Sukkot, to awaken greater level of light of mercy, greater level within ourselves, levels that we even not aware of. Think about a new level of capability for you to share and to do good for others in ways maybe that you cannot even imagine at the moment. But you want to open the gate, this spiritual sight, this spiritual vision, to realize, even if it will not happen in those 7 days, but the energy and the meditations that you inject into those 7 days will enable you in this coming year to be able to raise into a whole new level of awareness of what the Creator put inside of you is a whole new level of capability to touch people, to share, and to do greater good for others. And when this greater good, this desire is being awakened, this the light of mercy being awakened, then this light is manifests as a spiritual vessel for a new enlightenment, for a new light to manifest as well within us. So I hope it wasn't too complicated, and I hope it made sense for you. If not, try to listen to it again. And I want to wish you to have a powerful and meaningful connection in the rest of the days of Sukkot, and I will see you soon.